You know the feeling. You step off a long flight, you're exhausted, maybe a little out of it, and then you see it, the Customs and Immigration desk. That one little conversation can honestly be the most nerve-wracking part of the entire trip. So today, we're going to break down how to handle it like a pro.
And look, the stakes are unbelievably high. And this is an exaggeration. One wrong word, even if it's the honest-to-God truth, can get you put right back on the next flight home. A trip that you've been planning for months, that you've spent thousands of dollars on, it can all end right there at that counter. All because of a simple slip of the tongue.
So you've got to understand, this isn't just about telling the truth. It's about understanding the unwritten rules of the game. This little conversation has layers, and knowing how you're supposed to answer is every bit as important as what you say.
Okay, let's start with how easily things can go sideways. These questions sound so simple, but a lot of them are basically designed as little traps. And believe me, it is way easier than you think to fall into one.
All right, let's talk about the classic opener. It sounds completely harmless, right? What is the purpose of your visit? But your answer here really sets the stage for everything that follows, and the wrong one can raise a red flag almost immediately. And this is where it gets really tricky. You might be thinking, well, I'm probably going to check a few work emails, so saying work is honest, right? Nope, wrong. To an immigration officer, the word work means you intend to earn money in their country, and for that, you need a totally different kind of visa. Even if you're just there for a conference, the right word is business. For a holiday, just stick to the basics: vacation or tourism. Simple, clear answers that don't invite any more questions. So we've seen the common traps, but to really nail this, you have to see things from the officer's point of view. There's a fundamental thing most of us misunderstand about this whole exchange, and once you get it, everything, and I mean everything, changes. The secret isn't about coming up with the perfect answers. It's realizing that a lot of the time, they aren't even looking for new information. They're testing you. Think about it. The second they scan your passport, they've pulled up your travel history, your visa application, all of it. They probably already know the answers to their questions before they even ask them. So what are they really looking for? They're looking for consistency. They're checking your honesty. And they're watching how you react under a little bit of pressure.
This question right here is the perfect example. The moment your passport goes beep, they know the answer. They can see every single time you've entered and left the country. So if you hesitate or you say no when you've actually been there before, it's not about the mistake itself. It's the inconsistency. And that immediately makes them think, what else is this person not being straight with me about?
And this right here is the big aha moment. You have to stop thinking of this as an interview. It's not. It's a consistency test. That's it. The officer has your story on their screen, and they're just checking to see if the person standing in front of them matches that story. All right, so if it's just a simple test, then what's the best way to pass? Well, it's actually incredibly straightforward. This is it. This is your entire game plan. First, keep your story simple. You're a tourist here for a vacation. You're here for a business meeting. That's it. No need for a novel. Second, keep your answers short.
Yes, no, for 10 days. Short answers don't open up new doors for more questions. And finally, and most importantly, keep all your details consistent with what you put on your visa application and your landing card. Seriously, remember this. The customs desk is not the place to tell a funny anecdote about your travel plans. Your goal here is not to be interesting, it's to be boringly consistent. You know, memorable travelers are the ones who get more questions. The boring, consistent travelers, they get a stamp on their passport and they're on their way.
So, the next time you step up to that desk, just remember this. You're not just answering random questions. You are confirming a very simple, very short, and very consistent story. And knowing that difference, well, that's what separates a stressful mess from a smooth start to an awesome trip.